Hey, plumbing bros, welcome to Potty Talk Live, where we take it into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths, all around this big, beautiful world of ours to talk to plumbing professionals just like you. Hey there, I'm Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, coming at you live from Command Central here in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, USA, where we have a great episode lined up for you today. Hey, we got a couple of cool cats with Spartan Tool. All right, can't wait to bring these boys on here, having fun talking with them in the green room before we got started here. Hey, but if you're new to Potty Talk Live, if you're a first-time viewer, let us know, all right? And hey, welcome to Potty Talk Live. We're all about plumbing and plumbers. So if you're into plumbing and you're a plumber, you're in the right spot because we love plumbing and we love plumbers, all right? So hey, let us know if you're a first-time viewer. You can comment, all right? You can give us a wave in the comments, say hello in the comments, let us know where you're viewing from. That's always fun. Okay, just make a comment there. Hey, also with our guest here, you can ask questions, all right? We do ask you that you kind of keep it clean. No, not kind of, right? We want to keep it clean because this is a family plumbing talk show. So keep it clean and have fun, and put your comments up there. And if you have comments for the guest, all right, or questions for our guest, all right, we're having a great time here. Hey, welcome to our regular viewers. Welcome to the live social audience here. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, I got something for you. Hey, in fact, today, these cats, they're giving away a free drain machine. All right, so you want to stick around for that, okay? We're giving away a free drain machine, so stick around, learn how you can get this free drain machine. All right, but hey, I have something free for you too, all right, from the $1 Million Plumber here. Hey, if you're a cat, you got your plumbing license, you got a plumbing truck, and you got a plumbing dream. All right, man, go for it, okay? But there's some things you got to know. You got to know these things because 95% of all plumbers, well, they die on the mountainside, okay? Don't let that happen to you. But if you know these things, it won't. And I put them all down in my special report here, the 7 must-knows to be $1 Million Plumber. These are 7 principles you got to know to be successful, to have a successful plumbing business, okay? I also made it free, so there's no excuse. It's free. Simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/7, okay? As in the lucky 7, because this is lucky for you. All right, get the 7 must-knows, www.themilliondollarplumber.com/7 and get your free report. All right, hey, let's get on with it here. Let's bring these cats on with Spartan. We got Mike Sekach and Eric Boonstra. All right, hey, I know I killed those names, guys. All right, don't come looking for me. We got a couple of
that's all right. That's all right.
Hey, you guys ready to rock Potty Talk Live?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it. How you guys doing today?
Good.
All
Good.
right. Hey, we're doing great here, man. Hey, one of you, Mike, we were just talking before the show here that you're currently living in Indy.
That would be Eric.
Or Eric, rather. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's all right. Yep. Southsider.
All right. So right now, you said you're going to be heading out. You're leaving Indy here. You're going to be heading back.
Unfortunately, we are. We're getting ready to head up to beautiful South Bend, Indiana.
All right. Head up there. Be closer to the offices. Yeah. Beautiful South Bend, Indiana.
Yep. That's
attitude.
Right.
All right. It is beautiful up there. Okay, man. Well, what about you, Mike? What do you do when you're not working for and hanging out with Spartan?
Well, I have a house full of cheerleaders and a cheerleading coach, so that pretty much consumes my life on a week-to-day basis.
Okay. Well, it sounds like so you got a house full of girls here. It sounds like you got your hands full then.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, hey, I know it's we love Spartan. You know, Spartan's been around a long time. Let's talk some Spartan. We talk some personal stuff here. Let's get on with it. Let's talk some Spartan Tool.
Right.
All right. So tell us what's going on with Spartan right now. It's been 75 years. You're celebrating a big birthday coming up.
75 years this year. Yeah, we're really excited. We celebrated 75 at the past wet show. We'll continue that going into this year. We're looking forward to another great wet show this year. But yeah, it's been 75 awesome years here at Spartan so far.
Oh man, Spartan's been around a long time. It's a proud American company. I can say that. It started out of Chicago. Yes. And hey, spent some time in Indiana. I think corporate offices were in Indiana. I forget where, but it was northern Indiana somewhere. And now you're in Niles, Michigan, outside of Niles, Michigan.
Yeah, we had production in Mishawaka up until July of 2015, and then part of the corporate offices are shared in Mendota, Illinois, and here in Niles, Michigan, and we have production here in Niles now.
Man, just a great company. Hey, any company has been around, anyone's been around for 75 years, man. You got something going on. And of course, I got to tell you, the first drain opening I ever did was with a Spartan machine. Okay.
Love it.
And it looked like, in fact, I was working for a company that in itself was 60 years old. And so this looked like maybe one of the original machines, which says a lot about the product here.
Yes, absolutely.
That's one of the things, and I love as an owner too, is, when you get, the equipment has to be in better shape and able to outlast the guys that are using it, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, Spartan is, it's a beefy machine.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It's, there's some weight to it. We get that comment quite a bit, but we run into machines. We run into customers in the field. I had a guy in Lafayette, Indiana with a machine. First time I had ever seen it. That machine must have been 50 years old. He was still running it every day.
That's right.
So they're out there. They take a beat and they keep on going.
That's exactly right, man. Well, that's what I know. I know it is a beefy machine. And you mentioned something about the weight and working with it in the truck. I get that. You would take, that's why I use the ramp to be able to get up, to get my machine up into the truck, that kind of a thing. But it's worth it because that beefiness means it's just, it's a product that's just it's gonna keep living, Yeah.
And too, Richard, we want to make sure that, as a plumber, when you go do a drain call, you have a nice tiled floor. We want to make sure that machine's not dancing around on you. So we have a nice sturdy steel frame. You don't have to worry about scratching up the homeowner's floor. It's one less thing that our technicians have to worry about.
Exactly right. And I can relate to that. And I know you guys out there too, can relate to that as well. I know there's other machines, we all know there's other machines out there. And frankly, to be transparent, I've used some of these other machines. But one thing I love about Spartan is that there's a personal service,
Right.
I get called on by a rep. I'm not sure what you call them.
We don't have salesmen, so they're territory managers.
Okay. But I love that, which seemed unique. I don't recall getting called on by the other guys.
No, we're unique in the industry in that way.
And so that's one thing I loved. And, I know how you guys out there, that are listening on this, and I know how it is. We kind of get, hit on by the salesmen. I know you call them territory managers, and there's that sense there. But with Spartan, what I loved is just that reminder, because you just, when you're a smaller shop and, it's 1, 2 trucks, 3 trucks, and you're still in the truck and you're doing everything, you know how that is. Right. And, you're covering everything, and you got a cable that needs to be replaced, or one of the machines, just maybe needs some kind of repair, that kind of a thing. You just never get around to ordering that kind of stuff. So it was a nice feature that, the territory manager would show up, and it just would remind me. And I found that very helpful.
For a lot of our guys, it's important. I mean, if you're down in the field and your territory manager's anywhere close to you, it's at your door service. It's what we call the
Spartan Advantage.
Spartan Advantage. So,
and I agree with that. In fact, hey guys, we got Jake has a question here. Is asking, do you guys have training on the machine?
Jake, absolutely. So our territory managers will come to you, and will offer a full service training on the machine. So we want to make sure too. A lot of our territory managers have really big, demographic areas that they cover, right? So we want to make sure, Jake, that you know how to tear that machine down. You know what parts that you need in the field, so that if your rep is, 6, 7, 8 hours away and you guys are down, we want to make sure you have the parts and the know-how to get that machine back up and running and get to your next call. And that's a free training for you.
Exactly. And I experienced with that as well. And guys, that's a great, I recommend you guys to, take advantage of that, because, the drain cleaning is not only, well, first of all, it is a skill, there is a skill to it.
It's a skill and an art.
Yeah. That's a great way of putting it. There is an art to it. And, I know I'm a master plumber, I get all big in my britches and I'm proud of that, as I know a lot of our viewers are as well. And, can conquer, anything. And somehow, we can kind of think of drain cleaning as being, not as skillful, but I can tell you, being, for 30 years, being in the business, that there's a skill to being able to open these drains and to do it effectively and to do it safely as well. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's part of that's, people, like we were talking about the weight of the machines, but again, that for us is a safety issue. We want guys to be safe. We don't need a machine getting away from a guy. You get up in a bind. Everybody's been in a bind. We know what that's like.
That's a good segue, Richard, if you look right behind us. So Spartan Tools actually brought it back. We sponsor the Institute of Sewer and Drain Cleaning Pipe. So this was, about 16 years in the making again. So we actually have our classes offered right now in Cincinnati at Cincinnati Master Plumbers Association. Typically, it's about 20 students per class, but it's a 2-day crash course. So it's going to go over the 7 major hazards of drain cleaning. We're going to go over a professional service call, how to diagnose a plumbing system. And then the second day, we're actually inside of the laboratory running all of our equipment in wet vent situations, circuit vent situations, because what we found out, Richard, is, technicians and drain cleaners just aren't, growing on trees these days, right? So what we try to do as a business owner is, we try to at least find guys that want to come to work every day, right? But they need to be hot. They need to be trained. So, we don't have all the time in the world to send a guy out for 6 months to a year. We need somebody out there right away. So what we do is we offer them to come get your 2-day course and get them right back out into a truck.
And at the end of the program, they're certified. We give them they get a certificate. They get patches for their uniforms. So when they show up at a customer's house, the patch says, they're certified. They're certified in drain cleaning.
Oh, guys, that is huge. We just had one of our viewers just made a comment about that he loves showing up with a big green and red machine. It makes him look professional. And so you throw that other kind of stuff on that. And guys, that's exactly, they've hit on a big thing here. When we're dealing with, we talk about this in residential service. It ain't about the plumbing. We talk a lot about that. And it's about giving the customer their day back and them feeling secure with you that you can get them their day back and get them back into their life. And so these kinds of things of showing up with the right equipment, professional equipment, looking like you're ready to do the job, that you're able to do the job, and then that you've had the training. It shows that you're certified. These are the things that bring value and make you valuable to the customer. So, hey guys, on that Cincinnati training, is that something you do often, or is it just happen to be in Cincinnati? Or again, what's the program? How can we find out more about that?
So you can actually go to the sewerinstitute.com, or you can go to spartantool.com, and we have our link to that. Our next class is October 24th and 25th in Cincinnati. Right now, since we just opened this program back up, it's limited to the Cincinnati area until 2018, then we're going to start taking it on the road. Okay.
So you're going to take it on the road. I would say we're in 2018. So like 2019, you're going to start taking it on the road?
Yes.
Oh, man, cool. So just kind of that territorial thing that you'll probably hook up. We'll probably hook up at supply houses, that kind of a thing, different areas.
Well, yeah, we actually have distribution centers around the country as well. So what we'll do is we'll probably take, the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest, and go from there.
Yeah, we recognize the fact. I mean, it's an investment to have you guys out of the field. It's an investment to send them to the Institute and the Institute itself. So we're going to try to spread this regionally to help on that side and keep costs down for the business owners.
Oh man, that is great. As a business owner, as a former business owner with my business, man, I would do it every day of the week and twice on Sunday, because it's just so it's so important. I mean, the drain clean is it's a meat and potatoes service, okay, with my plumbing company, and it opens us up into other things. And so it's one of the easiest ways for my guys to screw a job up, and it's one of the best ways to make a job, very valuable, very profitable.
Right.
That training is so important. So man, if you're a cat out there and you take your profession and yourself seriously, this kind of stuff is, it's not for the boys. All right. We're talking, this is men's stuff here. All right, this is the pros, and so pros invest in themselves, and certainly something like this. If you're a professional plumber, you got to have this stuff down, and it's so cool that Spartan Tools doing this. Now I would take advantage of it. If yet this year, if you're going to head to Cincinnati, or look out for when these when they're coming to your town or nearby, man, and get it done. So, and that is great, guys. So what do you guys got going on with with the celebration? Anything cool with that?
Well, we had the 300 and the 1065 out as anniversary machines. We did a special color scheme for the 75th anniversary. So they went quick.
Made 75.
We made 75, a limited run. So we've sold through those, and that was a good program. So we every year we sit down and we try to figure out what we can do to be better for our customers, and where we need to make improvements, and just try to deliver.
Oh man, great. Hey guys, we have Ryan, one of our South African viewers and plumbers, that is asking the question: do you guys have any branches in other countries? And I know you were talking about that before the program, for the taping here. How does South Africa look? Or we're all. We
do have. Yeah. If Ryan, if you wanted to reach out to us directly, we can help that way. We at the moment don't have distribution in South Africa proper. We do work with some other companies. We have distribution in Australia, New Zealand, so not far from you. But if you want to reach out and contact us, we'd be more than happy to help if you're looking for some product. But we do sell on an international level, so we can help.
There we go. Hey, Ryan, maybe you become a distributor. There we go. It's a great product.
There you go.
It does take a licking and keeps on. We don't want to use the other saying there for that other company, but man, it is one tough piece of equipment and gets the job done. So whatever you guys were mentioning, what do you have coming up? Anything kind of new in the works? Maybe kind of give us a look behind the curtain, or any kind of secrets that you can just let between us here.
Well, there it is. The Warrior's actually been updated. We've gone to a clutchless system. Yeah, we've had a manual clutch for quite a while. We've gone away from an engagement where it's so now basically it's you turn it on and you're jetting. But we've gone to a clutchless system, so we have pressure regulation right at the high pressure reel now. We've got a new updated remote system. What else can you think of?
We have a couple new products that will be out at the wet show, Richard. So
we will say that.
Okay.
There's a couple.
We'll give you that.
Couple black projects working out there.
Okay, we'll have to check it out. I know you can't give away all the secrets here, but we'll have to check it out. Okay. Hey, let's go back. I have I'm seeing some other comments here. People asking about using drain equipment, that kind of stuff. You guys, I think one of you is a plumber. One of you, talks to plumbers all over the world here. I know you have other countries that you're in and you're working with. What is some, so you see what all of us, we're plumbers. I'm a plumber. Okay. So talk to me. We'll talk to me here. What is some advice that you could give me in using the equipment? What are the common mistakes? What gets me in trouble? What am I not doing that's not benefiting, even just using the equipment, as well as benefiting my business?
Well, let's see if Mike will throw out a couple nuggets here, and I'll chime in.
Yeah. So Richard, both of our backgrounds. So mine, I actually am a licensed plumber in Cincinnati in the state of Kentucky, great state of Kentucky. And Eric actually got his journeyman license within the Air Force, correct?
Oh, no, I held my master's contractor's journeyman's in Michigan, and now I hold my contractor's license in Indiana.
Okay. All right.
So both plumbers. We love the plumbers. So all right.
So you see us plumbers. What are we getting into? What are the common mistakes? What is something that we know about drain cleaning that we don't know, or that we're abusing or not taking advantage of?
We see a lot of guys go through cable, I think, and we get a lot of calls almost on a daily basis about my guys are going through cable. My guys are going through cable. And, drain cleaning is not always considered the most glamorous thing in the world, but I think a lot of guys tend to rush. I think they need to, I'm a big proponent of letting the blade and the cable do the work. Feeling what the cables. I had a lot of guys when I started in drain cleaning that were like Zen masters of drain cleaning. These guys they could feel the cable, and they could pretty much tell you what fitting they were up against. A lot of those old timers, they've been doing it a long time, and they could tell you if you're up against a Y, you're up against a 45. It's take your time, let the machine and the cable do the work. And we see a lot of guys rush and they try to power through it with maybe the power feed, and you get that cable bound up so bad you're going to end up kinking it, snapping it, and the last thing we want is anybody getting hurt.
Oh man, that was always my big scare. I learned to take it easy with it. In fact, I never used the power feed going in.
Right.
I would just try to put in that. You kind of work up a little bit of sweat, but that kept me going easy, because I got about wrapped up once and felt the power of, those things just don't stop. That's how these guys get hurt. And I'd use the power feed to bring it back in. That's what I would use it for. But then that's what would scare me with my guys. And, because, just the health stuff or whatever, the injuries, that kind of a thing that can happen. But we get on the job and we're trying to race through it, because it's, you just kind of want to get in and, pop it, get in and get out, that kind of a thing. But that kind of attitude can get you hurt.
Right. So Richard, that's why we implemented in the model 2001 in our big model 1065. We actually have independent brakes on that motor. So as soon as we let off of that foot switch, it's within a quarter rotation, that whole machine stops.
Oh man. Okay. When was that? Is that a newer implement?
That feature's been around for about 5 years now, probably a little longer than that, but it's an electromagnet. It takes power to disengage. The brake is actually engaged when your foot is not on the pressure bulb. So once you engage the pressure bulb, brake releases and the drum can spin. So it's a safety feature just on those two machines to try to reduce the chances of injury.
Okay, well, you had me sold on that now. That's where I'm at. I was, getting out of the truck and not realizing, well, it's been a little bit since I've been out of it, on those kinds of things here. But man, that is a cool feature. Love that feature, because that was the one thing I was always concerned about. And I agree with you. I mean, my guys just seemed like we just were eating cables, and you work on that expense, and it's just rushing through the jobs. And do you think, I'm going off the deep end here a little bit here, but you guys do you think that has to do with a lot of these, like, these 99 and free kind of stuff that's kind of rushing the job to move on? What's your opinion on that?
So typically what we find out in the field, Richard, is that it's actually just inexperience. These technicians, that we like to say that, these plumbing companies, hire some kid that used to work at a kiosk in a mall, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, they throw him in a truck for a day or two and think that he's ready to go out and service the world. And unfortunately, that's just not the case. I can say that when I first started, I was using a Model 1065 Spartan. This is all I know. Once we moved to Model 300s, so they were a lot easier to get up and down the steps, I was tearing 5.5 cable up left and right, to the point where me and my boss had a few sit-down conversations about that. We'd actually called Spartan Tool, and Tim Gage, who is the rep up in Cleveland, Ohio, who's still with us, he came down and put on a free training for us, like Jake was talking about earlier. And I didn't damage cable after that. So, it wasn't rushing. It's just I didn't know, the limitations of the cable, the proper heads I should be using, a 2-foot expandable leader that I need to have for flexibility. So I think a lot of it is just the inexperience. I think the $98 drain cleanings or $78 drain cleanings, we find it's just a lot of ways for a plumber to get his foot in the door. So.
Yep, and I see that, but it leads to the rushing. I think that's just great advice. Nuggets of gold is what we're calling them, and you call them as well. I think that's a huge nugget of gold to all of us, just to remind us to take our time with that. just to spend the time with the machine and, not tearing it up. And we still can get that, I like the 98 or it's, free kind of, I get that on the business side and the sales side of thing, because usually if, things are getting stopped up, there's roots, there's other issues happening. So the opportunity is there, but really take the time to, spend time opening up that, working with it, not pushing it. And you guys, it's more than drain machines. I mean, it's jetters, you got the trenchless system, you guys, you have a trenchless system as well.
Absolutely. The Undertaker. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And the video and, the inspection equipment as well. So, I mean, you got all the bases covered there. I mean, it's just, Spartan's just a great company. It's been around 75 years. This is not a fly-by-night outfit. Okay, guys, with the training, I mean, take advantage of the training. Great service, and they're for plumbers, right? I mean, they're for plumbers. It's just not a big company out there that's selling a bunch of other stuff as well. So, I love these guys here. Great advice here. Hey, we're gonna we're giving away that you guys you love plumbers so much that you're giving away a drain machine. Tell us about the model.
So this is our Model 700 tub gun. So we're going to use either 1/4 inch or 5/16 cable inside of there up to 35 feet. So it's going to be great for your bathtub stoppages, or your tub waste and overflow, lavatories, kitchen sink lines that aren't island kitchen sinks that are 50 to 75 feet away. It's a great little machine, and again, like Eric referred to earlier, we go out in the field, Richard, and we see these machines that are 30, 40, 50 years old and they're still out in the field.
That's right. Amen. I would attest to that, guys. This little machine, it's a beast. All right. You got to have it. Okay. You got to have it. Hey, you have a chance to get one for free. And to do so here, simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/Spartan. That's SPARTAN, and register. All right. Register to win that machine. That's a $500 giveaway there. That's a $500 machine, man, they're giving to you. Okay.
Great machine.
All right. It is a great machine. Love that machine. So, hey, go to, again, www.themilliondollarplumber.com/Spartan to register for that machine. We'll be giving that away. The winner will be announced on August 31st. Okay. On August 31st on Potty Talk Live, that episode. And so give everyone a chance to, get in there and register. And hey, go for it. All right. It's a great machine. You got to have that machine. Hey, guys, it's been great. What is that? We got. All right. Hey, we got a question. We'll leave with this question here. What's the again from South Africa here? What's the most expensive machine that you have, and what can it do?
Well, that's going to be one of our. That's going to be probably our ultimate urban warrior skid jet. That's a machine that's going to do 4,000 PSI and 21 gallons a minute. Compact, very powerful jet, infinite expandability on the tanks, depending on, what you put it in. So that's probably the most expensive piece of equipment we've got right now on in the shop.
Yeah. And what's nice too, Richard, on our new website. So, if you get on there and look at one of our products, we actually do have a profit calculator on there, which is great for plumbers, right? So we can actually see the cost per job, and you can actually tell your ROI on that piece of equipment fairly quick.
Oh, cool tool. So check that out. Go to, what is it? www.Spartan. Is it Spartan Tool?
Yep. SpartanTool.com.
www.SpartanTool.com. Hey, go out there and check out all of the products there. It is great stuff. Hey, check out that tool. That's a great tool for you business guys out there, and check out your ROI as well. What? And we've pinned the link. All right. Okay, so I'm being reminded by the crew over here that they have pinned the link to be able to register and win the drain machine there. So there we go. Okay, the giveaway. So again, that's simply go to, what is that? That's right, www.themilliondollarplumber.com/Spartan. All right, to be sure to register to win that drain machine. Also, hey, go to www.SpartanTool.com. Check out all the products there. All right, go check them out. Great company, been around forever. I love them. That's why I'm gushing here a little bit. And I mean, it's just, when you want to be able to buy something and it isn't going to break on you, that you got to replace it in a year. Okay. You just want something that's going to be around. And I can attest, I know I've seen some of these machines and they've been around. You see them that they were bought in the 60s and they're still out there getting the job done. I mean, that's just something right there. So,
Absolutely.
go there and check it out. Hey guys, it's been great having you on. I love Spartan. I appreciate you guys taking the time for being on Potty Talk Live.
Well, we really appreciate you having us. We're thrilled to be here.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Hey, we look forward to talking with you again. All right.
Sounds
All
good.
right, buddy.
All right. Take care, guys.
All
All
right.
right. There you have it. All right. Mike and Eric with Spartan Tool. A couple of cool cats there. A great company, guys. Hey, you know how important it is when, it's hard to get the money. All right. So when you get the money and you're buying the tools, I know you can buy the cheap stuff. You can buy cheap stuff, but the cheap stuff is going to break on you. It's going to cause you problems, and it's just it ain't going to make you money. Okay, so invest in the good stuff, and Spartan is the good stuff. So do it. All right, hey, and be sure to register for that gun here, man. That thing's a hoss. All right, it gets the job done. So you can get one for free. It's a $500 value. Simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/Spartan. and register to win it. Okay. And the drawing will be on August 31st, Potty Talk Live episode. All right. Anything else, guys? A great episode here. Also, hey, want to remind you, hey, get my freebie here. All right. Simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/7, as in lucky 7, the number 7, to get the 7 must knows to be $1 million plumber. It's free. Get it. All right. So there you have it. Hey, before I let you go, I do want to remind you, though, that you were purposefully and wonderfully created. You were created to do great things, okay? So when you're out there doing your thing, as always, plumb like a champion.